So there's this concept that pops up on social media from time to time, and it's this idea that your current life, your current results that you're getting, are um, the result of the systems in your life, or essentially the structure that you have in your life, and the inputs that you're putting into your life and your career, and essentially your whatever the result is that you're getting right now, it is because your current system is perfectly designed to deliver that result. Now, it's an interesting line of thought to think about, I would say. And I would say it has a lot of truth to it, but it also has its limitations. So, um, first of all, I don't think it fully takes into account randomness, if you will, or if you don't believe in luck, and then, things like spiritual forces operating in our world, evil forces, um, good forces, and those things. So it doesn't fully account for random variations, if you will. So, for instance, let's say, I don't know if I can come up with a real great example here, but let's say that, you know, you have your personal finances in great condition, and then some type of medical bill comes up, and it's a giant medical bill of some type, and your insurance refuses to pay for it. It's supposed to be covered, but your insurance refuses to pay for it. Okay, so in that scenario, you can still make the argument that, well, your financial situation is a perfect reflection of the systems you had in place. It just so happens that you had a bad system. And it's kind of true. It's like, well, you should have chosen a different insurance provider. But in other words, it has its limitations on the side of unexpected items, right? Um, and then I think, but that to me is not a big deal. Um, I think by definition, random, unusual events are just that, unusual. So most of the time, yes, our systems are delivering the results that they are designed to deliver, if you will. Um, the 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 bigger question I have around this idea is the time lag. So I just did a video talking about lead measures and lag measures, basically talking about how that inputs and outputs are two different things, and you don't want to get the two confused. And it's important to make that to distinguish between them, and to focus on the lead measures that correlate to the lag measures, the outcomes that you want. Well, when it comes to your systems, in mostly that's compatible. This idea of lead measures and lag measures is compatible with the idea that your system is perfectly designed to deliver the results that you're getting. The issue is in the time lag, right? So, some businesses, some endeavors, are slow to take off, or they become much better with time, or whatever. So, let's say you're in the early phases of building a business. Let's say you're in the first year, okay? And let's say it's pretty tough sledding. Yes, you have some clients, but it's the finances of your business are rocky. Once you get to a certain level, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. But right now, in this first year, really tough. Okay, so is your system perfectly designed? And let's say that you're on track to, by year 5, to be in a terrific place. Okay, so now if I say to you, well, yeah, the difficulties you're having with cash flow in your business, that's because of the way your business is designed, because your systems are perfectly designed to deliver the result that you're getting. It's like, well, that's kind of true. The way in which you're starting your business, and the type of business you're in, and the stage of your business, those all contribute. Those are all the system contributing perfectly to your current situation. However, it could also be the exact same system that in 5 years will lead you to being really successful, having excellent cash flow, no issues with profitability, and being in a great spot. And so at that point, you could have the same system essentially in place in both scenarios, but getting two very different results. So that I think is the limitation in that is the time factor. So there are some systems whereby you have to add a large dose of time to get a good result. And probably on the negative side, it's also probably true. There's probably, you could say, let's say from a health standpoint, maybe you could be wildly deficient in omega-3s and smoke and whatever else that you're doing, that maybe eating tons of sugar, let's say. So essentially, in the short term, you could be and appear to be a very healthy person, and you can say, well, my systems for health must be pretty good because look at me, I'm healthy. But that fails to take into account the time factor, right? So these bad habits, these bad inputs in health over time could have some really negative consequences. So that's my main, issue with that idea of like, your systems are perfectly designed to deliver the results that you're getting in your life right now, is that it may not adequately account for time in the results that you're currently experiencing. So it doesn't mean that, I think the overall concept is still very valid. It's just that it can be a little short-sighted, or if you take it to the extremes, you can make decisions that would be bad decisions, because you would say, I don't like my current results, I'm going to quit everything I'm doing and do something completely different. Maybe that's a good idea. It could also be a very bad idea, because maybe not enough time has passed yet for you to get the good results that you're looking for.